Ukraine's counteroffensive to reclaim its territory is now in its fourth month, with particularly heavy clashes taking place along the front lines in the Donetsk and Zaporizhzhia regions. Geolocated footage dated September 5 shows Kyiv's forces had advanced south of Robotyne and along Russian defensive lines in the area. On August 29, Ukrainian Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar announced that Kyiv's forces had recaptured Robotyne and were attempting to advance further. Ukrainian forces have announced they had broken through the most difficult line of Russian defenses in the south and would now be able to advance more quickly. A commander fighting on the front line in the south of the country said his troops were now making more rapid progress. Said the military leader, he said his forces had now broken through Russian frontline forces into the village of Robotyne and were still moving forward. The horrifying moment two Russian soldiers were wiped out by a Ukrainian mortar strike has been captured on camera. It is unclear exactly where the footage, widely shared on social forum Reddit, was captured, but the soldiers are sighted running through a field. Soon after, a massive explosion erupts after a mortar strike. Such incidents are increasingly common, with Ukraine's counteroffensive in full swing, a new phase in the war. The Institute for the Study of War, a US-based think tank, said on Tuesday that geolocated footage posted on September 5 shows Russian forces striking Ukrainian positions northwest and west of Robotyne, indicating that Ukrainian forces have advanced into an area near the settlement that Russian forces previously claimed to control, Maliar added. Our troops are moving southeast of Robotyne and south of Malotokmachka. Ukraine's troops are thought to have pinned down some of Russia's elite soldiers in Donetsk, stopping them from redeploying to a key part of the front line. The Institute for the Study of War, ISW, said some 49 soldiers of the 7th VDV Division were killed in one day of fighting near the village of Staromayorsky, with Russian commanders reportedly not overseeing the retrieval of bodies, the US think tank said, citing a Russian military blogger who posted an audio recording purportedly from a Russian soldier. Ukraine has said that its forces had made advances over the last week as its counteroffensive to retake Russian-occupied territory entered its fourth month. Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar said on Monday that Ukrainian troops had made gains near Kyiv, around 3 miles from the fiercely fought-over Donetsk Oblast town of Bakhmut. The Institute for the Study of War, ISW, said on Sunday that Ukrainian forces had advanced near Bakhmut and in western Zaporizhzhia Oblast on Sunday. New footage has emerged of the moment Ukrainian troops blasted a Russian helicopter out of the sky while shouting "Got him!" A laser-guided Swedish-supplied RBS-70 portable air defense system gunned down the K-52 Alligator helicopter from a field near the village of Robotyne in the Zaporizhzhia region, which Ukraine claims to have liberated as its counteroffensive continues. Additional geolocated footage posted on September 5 shows that Ukrainian forces have also advanced south of Robotyne and northwest of Verbov, about 10 kilometers east of Robotyne. The think tank said, geolocated evidence of Ukrainian forces northwest of Verbov suggests that Ukrainian forces are advancing along the line of Russian fortifications that runs into the settlement, and that geolocated footage over the weekend showed Kyiv-controlled Kyiv. Open source intelligence OSINT analysts also reported on Tuesday that Kyiv's forces have expanded a breach in the Surovikin line, Russia's main defensive line near Robotyne. Geo confirmed. An OSINT account on X, formerly Twitter, said Monday that Kyiv's forces have likely reached the Surovikin line trench system near the village of Verbov, near Robotyne. The so-called Surovikin line refers to defensive lines in Ukraine constructed under the command of General Sergei Surovikin, the former commander of Russia's military operations in Ukraine. In its daily update yesterday, the Russian Defense Ministry said its forces had repelled 2 Ukrainian attacks near Robotyne. Russia has not previously acknowledged the loss of Robotyne, whose recapture was announced by Ukraine on August 28. More than 18 months after Russia's invasion, Ukraine says it is gaining ground and has broken through Russia's first line of fortifications in several places on the front line, despite repeated statements from Moscow that Ukraine's counteroffensive has been a failure. Meanwhile, top U.S. diplomat Antony Blinken arrived in Kyiv today in a gesture of support as Ukraine's counteroffensive grinds into its fourth month with only small gains. During his two-day visit, staying overnight in Ukraine for the first time since before Russia's invasion in February 2022, Blinken is expected to announce a package of U.S. assistance worth more than $1 billion, a senior U.S. State Department official said in a briefing for reporters on the trip. Ukraine launched a counteroffensive in June, but well-prepared Russian defense lines reinforced by minefields have slowed their southward advance towards the Sea of Azov. Ukrainian forces said they had now raised the national flag in Robotyne in the southern Zaporizhzhia region, about 10 kilometers, 6 miles, south of the frontline town of Kyiv. Robotyne is also about 100 kilometers from Berdyansk, a port on the shores of the Sea of Azov, and 85 kilometers from the strategic city of Melitopol. A United States official said last week that Ukrainian forces did not appear likely to be able to reach and retake Melitopol in their counteroffensive, intended to split Russian forces in the south. Defending Ukraine's strategy this week, President Volodymyr Zelensky dismissed suggestions that his country's troops were spread too thinly and repeated his belief that Kyiv would regain all Ukrainian territory that has been seized by Moscow.